Hello everyone. So in the previous session, we have seen some of the basics of assembly language programming in ARM Cortex M3 processors. Today we will have a look at some of the instructions. We will see the list of different types of instructions and their descriptions. Okay. We have different types of instructions just like in any other microcontroller. So those instructions, they can be 16-bit or 32-bit. The instructions here, they can be either 16-bit or 32-bit. Okay, first we will have a look at the 16-bit instructions, then we will move on to 32-bit instructions. Again, when it comes to 16-bit or 32-bit, there are different types based on for what purpose the instructions are used. They might be used for data processing, they might be used for branch operations, they might be used for load and store operations, right? So based on for what purpose the instructions are used, we classify instructions into different types. Okay, so first we have a list of different 16-bit data processing instructions. The data processing means some operation is done on some data. Okay, that data, it may be in the registers, right, or it may be an immediate value. Okay, so those are called data processing instructions. ADC, here there is a list in alphabetic order. Okay, there is a list in alphabetic order. Apart from this, we will be going to see the descriptions after the list, and then in your appendix, the appendix A of the prescribed textbook, there is a very nice explanation given for each instruction. I will share that appendix with you. You can have it as a reference material. So along with this, you can just have a look at that thing along with the syntax and all it, and how the operation is happening for each instruction. It is given nicely. So please refer that thing. Okay. So yeah, coming to this, ADC is add. Actually, add ADD instruction is add. ADC is add with carry. Okay. So then ADR means you are going to find the address, relative address. So what actually happens in ADR is you're adding the program counter with an immediate value and put the result in a register. That means you are getting a relative address uh, in particular register. Okay. Syntax and all we will see later. Here just a list of different instructions. Some of them I will highlight, others, you can just refer them. AND is logical, and ASR is shift, arithmetic shift right, bit clear, BIC for bit clear. Okay, to clear a particular bit. It's like masking. You have used AND operation to mask, right? So to clear a particular bit, you can use bit clear. CMN stands for compare negative. Compare negative. Compare a data with 2's complement of another data. Compare. CMP stands for compare. Compare two data. Okay. CPI stands for copy. So to copy, move a value from one high or low register to another high or low register. From one register, if you want to copy, you can use CPY. EOR is exclusive or XOR. Okay, XOR is indicated using EOR in Cortex M3. Then these are shift instructions: LSL, LSR, logical shift left, logical shift right. Okay. So then move is a common move instruction, can be used to register or to load immediate data into register. You can use move instruction. MUL is multiply. MVN is move not. Okay, move not in the sense to move the negative of a number, negative of a register into another register. Yeah, negative in the sense, not the actual negative, that is not 2's complement, but the logical not operation on each bit. Okay, you can perform it and copy the contents into another register. NEG, it's for negate. To negate means to find the 2's complement. Okay, so apart from this, there are a few more or instruction. ORR stands for logical OR. RSB is for reverse subtract. Okay, ROR is rotate right. One speciality of Cortex M3 is there is only rotate right, but there is no rotate left. Okay, then SBC is subtract with carry. SUB is subtract. TST is for test. Okay, to perform AND operation and update the flags. That's all. The result is not stored in any register, but test instruction, it performs AND operation and updates the flag. I think you had similar in 8086. REV is reverse the byte order. REV 16 is reverse the byte order in each 16-bit half word. So we will come to these, when we explain each of these things. REV SH is reverse the byte order in the lower 16-bit half word. Okay. Then these are sign extension. SXTB is sign extend byte. SXTH is sign extend half word. UXTB is unsigned extend byte, unsigned UXTH is unsigned extend half word. Okay, so these are the list of different data processing instructions to perform some operation on the data which you have in registers or some immediate data. Okay, so then there are some branch instructions. Branch instructions B, we have seen this in the last class. B is for branch, right? Then B followed by some condition, then you can call it a conditional branch, like BEQ, branch if equal, BNE, branch if not equal. So adding some suffixes as a condition, we can have conditional branch instructions. BL stands for branch with link. Okay, so you're calling a subroutine and storing the return address in the link register. So that is branch with link. BLX is the branch with link and change state. Okay, change the state of operation. BX followed by the register, branch with exchange. Okay, branch with exchange. So you'll see this when you go to the branch instructions. CBZ is compare and branch if 0. CBNZ is compare and branch if non-zero. Okay, then IT stands for if then. So you have an if then block, that's called IT. Yeah, if then block, it's a very peculiar and very interesting thing. We will see that when we go to branch instructions. Next, you have load and store instructions. So here, move instruction cannot be used to copy the contents from memory location into register. Move instruction is used only to copy the contents from one register to another register or an immediate data into a register. But to copy contents from a memory location to register or from register to memory location, you need to use load and store instructions in case of ARM. Okay, because here we have a load and store architecture. The only operation that you can perform on memory location is to copy the contents of memory location into register. So all other operations have to be performed in the registers, and then the results have to be stored back into the memory location. Okay, so LDR is the load instruction, actually load register. Okay, load a word from memory to register. Word means 32-bit. Then LDRH, load half word from memory into a register. LDRB is load a byte from memory into a register. Okay, so load LDRSH, load a half word from memory, then sign extended. Sign extend means what? When you have a half word, what about the other half word? Other half word will have the same bits as the MSB of the half word that you have copied. Okay, so that is called sign extension. Load LDRSB is load byte from memory and sign extend it and put it in the register. So these are about the load instruction. Coming to store, STR is the store from register to memory. Okay, to store from register to memory, we use STR instruction. Then STRH is to store half word from register into memory. STRB to store byte from register into memory. So apart from just normal store and load for byte, word or half word, you can do it for multiple bytes. Okay, LDM and STM, that is for load multiple and store multiple. And LDMIA and STMIA means increment after. Okay, that means just like you have used some string instructions, if you remember in 8086. So if you want to load or store multiple bytes, and after each load operation, you can increment the pointer, right? So that is done using IA, suffix IA, increment after. Then push and pop, obviously push and pop to store the contents onto the stack and get it back, right? Push and pop, multiple registers. Apart from these, there are some other 16-bit instructions like supervisor call for kernel level thing, then send event, SEV, wait for event, sleep and wait for event, sleep and wait for interrupt. These are all power management operations. Okay, breakpoint, it is used for debugging, breakpoint. Then no operation to cause some delay or wait for some event. Okay, so then CPS IE, CPS ID, this is to enable and disable the PRIMASK register. Okay, this is used for interrupt handling. So coming to 32-bit instructions, again in 32-bit, though all the instructions that we had in 16-bit, they can be 32-bit also with some extra instructions. ADC is add with carry add. ADDW is add wide. Okay, you can add an immediate 12-bit address in ADDW. Then ADR is similar to that, to add a program counter with an immediate value, that is to get an relative address in a register. And is same arithmetic shift right, BIC, bit field clear This is one thing. Then bit field insert, to add certain bits and to clear certain bits in between a register. We can use this bit field clear and bit field insert. Compare negative is similar. Compare instruction is similar. Then CLZ stands for count leading zeros. Count leading zeros means in a register, we are counting the number of zeros that appear in the most significant bits before any one will appear. Okay, suppose the number is 0. If the register value is 0, then in the 32-bit register, if there is 0, that means all the 32 bits are zeros. Then the number of leading zeros will be 32. Suppose the number is 1. 1 means in binary, it will be all zeros and only LSB will be 1. So how many number of zeros are there before 1? There will be 31 number of zeros. So number of leading zeros will be 31, right? Suppose the number is 2. 2 will be 1 0. 1 0 in the sense, before 1, there will be 30 zeros. So number of leading zeros will be 30. That way, leading zeros means number of zeros before any one would appear. That is called count leading zeros. So that is returned into a register in the CLZ instruction. Exclusive OR, it's XOR. EOR is XOR operation. Logical shift left, logical shift right. Okay. So then this is multiply instruction. Multiply and accumulate. We will see that what it means. Multiply and subtract. Okay. MLA and MLS. Move is a normal move instruction. Move wide means to write a 16-bit immediate value into a register, we can use move wide. Then move T, move top, to write an immediate value to the top half word of a destination register. So that means if at all you have a 16-bit number, you want to store it in the upper half of a 32-bit register, you can use move T. Otherwise, by default, it will be loaded into the lower half of the register. Okay. Then MVN is move negative, MUL is multiply. Okay, ORR is logical OR, ORN is logical OR not, means it will perform OR on the not operation of a register. R bit is reverse bit, REV is reverse word, reverse half word, reverse signed half word. ROR is rotate right, RSB is reverse subtract. Reverse subtract in the sense, if at all two variables or two registers are there, R0 and R1, if you want to subtract R, so if you write subtract R0 minus R1, R0 comma R1, R0 minus R1 will be subtracted and the result will be stored in R0. In reverse subtract, R1 minus R0 will be subtracted. Okay, the order will be changed, that's all. RRX is rotate right extended. Okay, that means rotate right with carry, similar to that. SBC is subtract with carry. SBFX is signed bit field extract. Okay, then divide instruction, sign divide, SDIV. Then multiplication, signed multiply and accumulate long. Signed multiply long, L suffix indicates long variables. Okay, then there are some saturation operations. SSAT is for signed saturate. SBC for subtract with carry, SUB is subtract. Then subtract wide, just like add wide, there is subtract wide. Sign extend byte, sign extend half word. Okay, the TEST is test, then TEQ is test equivalent. It is like logical XOR, but you are not going to update the results, but only flags are updated. Just like signed bit field extract, there is unsigned bit field extract. Then you unsigned division, signed division and unsigned division. Similarly, unsigned multiplication and accumulation for long integers. Unsigned multiply long. Then signed saturate, unsigned saturate, SSAT and USAT. Unsigned extend byte, unsigned extend half word. Okay, so coming to load and store operations, these are the load instructions. Load word data from memory to register. Load word data from memory to register with the unprivileged access, T. Okay, indicates unprivileged access. This is for byte, H for half word. If you write SB, it's like sign extension. SH is for sign extending half word. SB is sign extending byte. Then for multiple bytes, LDM, LDMIA. Just like increment after, there is also decrement before. Okay, before itself you can decrement and load multiple bytes. So there are two variants: increment after and decrement before. We will see this when we come to those particular instructions. Then for double word also you can do. LDRD stands for load double word data from memory to registers. Double word in the sense two words, two 32-bit words. Okay, so that is double word. Just like that, we have also for store word to memory, with the unprivileged access, byte, H for half word. STM is for multiple bytes, IA for increment after, DB stands for decrement before. Similarly, D is for double word. Then push and pop to load and store into the stack memory. Then coming to branch instructions, you have same branch B with the condition with the suffix for conditional branch, then BL for branch with link. Okay, so then there is another concept of table branch byte. Okay, TBB and TBH. Table branch byte, table branch half word. So forward branch using a table of single byte offset. You're using a table of half word offset. Whenever B and H comes, B stands for byte, H stands for half word. So we will look at this concept, when it comes to branch instructions, table branching. Apart from these, there are some other 32-bit instructions like LDRX stands for exclusive load word, exclusive load half word, exclusive load byte. Okay. Similarly, exclusive store word, exclusive store half word, exclusive store byte. Then clear exclusive, clear the local exclusive access record of a local processor. Then you have MRS and MSR. These MRS and MSR, they are used to access the special registers, right? MRS is move special register to general purpose register. MSR is move register to special register, right? Move general purpose register to, move from general purpose register to special register. NOP is no operation. SEB is send event. WFE is sleep and wait for event. Sleep and wait for interrupt. Then instruction synchronization barrier, data synchronization barrier. We are using these for some other purposes. We will look at them. And data memory barrier instructions. Okay, so those are just a list of different instructions which are supported by Cortex M3. Apart from these, there are several instructions which are not supported that we are not going to see. Only some supported instructions are listed here, and the descriptions of them will be given in the next in the next part. That is we are going to see now. Apart from this, as I said, please refer that Appendix A where you can take it as a reference material to understand the syntax and operation of each instruction one by one. Okay, so now coming to the description of these instructions, we can have them in different parts based on their functions. Okay, so first let us go through the instructions which are used for moving data. Moving data means from one location to other, moving from one location to the other. You can also call it data transfer instructions, right? One of the most basic functions in a processor is transfer of data. The data transfer, it can be one of the following types. The data transfer, it can happen between registers. That means from one register to another register, or it can be between memory and a register, right? From memory location to a register, or register to memory location, right? Between memory and register. Or it can be between special register and register. So from a special register to register, or register to special register. Or it can also be an immediate data value into a register, right? So there are four types of data transfer. One is register to register, one is memory and register, one is a special register and register, the other one is immediate data into the register. So based on the different types of data transfer, there are different instructions for each of them. Okay, coming to first one, that is moving data between two registers, between register and register. We use move, MOV. Move is a very common or general instruction for moving the data from one register to other. So the syntax is similar to what you have seen in your 8051 microcontroller. MOV is the instruction. Even in 8086, it is the same thing. It's a very primitive instruction. Move R8, R3. What this does is it copies the contents from R3 into R8. Okay, we say it moves the data, but actually what happens is the contents of R3 will be retained, right? Contents of R3 will be retained as it is. It will just make a copy of this into R8, right? So you should remember your registers are 32-bit wide. So 32-bit data present in R3 will be copied into R8. So just like move, we also have move negative. Okay, you can also actually call it mu naught. Okay, in your book it is given mu negative, but it's mu naught. Negative, when you say negative, you actually mean the two's complement of a number. But when you say naught, it is the ones complement of a number. Both are different, they're not the same. Okay, so what happens in mu naught is MVN R8 comma R3. What this does is a naught operation is performed on R3. Okay, but R3 will remain same. R3 will not change. All ones, it logical naught means ones will be considered as zeros, zeros will be considered as ones, and that will be copied into R8. Okay, the logical naught of R3 is copied into R8. That is called mu n or mu naught. The basic instructions for accessing. So this is about the move instruction, that is for data transfer between the two registers. So for data transfer between memory and registers, we use load and store instructions. Okay, for data transfer between memory and registers, we use load and store instructions. The load instruction is LDR, store instruction is STR. Okay, load, it transfers data from memory to register. From memory location, if you want to copy to register, it is load operation. From register, if you want to copy to memory, it is store operation. Okay, the transfers, it can be in different data sizes. It can be a byte, a half word, a word, or a double word. Okay, we will see that in the next table here. These are memory access instructions. This is a syntax of a memory access instruction. LDRB stands for load byte. From memory location to register, and the memory location is indicated like this. RN, okay, it's the memory location. The address of the memory location will be in our register. You are using indirect addressing mode in the square brackets. It means the address of a memory location is there in the register, and there can be an offset. Sometimes without offset, means suppose you want to copy the contents of say 1000H in a particular register, say this will be R1. Then you need to have that 1000H in a particular register, say R0. Okay, if this is R0, first R0 should, you have to write move R0 comma hash 1000 hash 0x1000. That means contents 1000 will be copied into R0, and then if you write move R1 comma in the brackets R0, then contents of 1000 will be copied into R1. Suppose you want 1003. So instead of changing the contents of R0, you can write R0 comma hash 3. So what happens is that 3 will be added with the contents of R0. R0 is 1000 plus 3. From the 1003 address, the contents of that particular memory location pointed by the sum of these two will be copied into R1. Okay, so read byte from memory location Rn plus offset. The sum is calculated of Rn and offset, and the contents of the memory location pointed by this address will be copied into RD. RD stands for the destination register. Okay. Similarly, if you want to copy a half word means 2 bytes will be copied. Each memory location is 1 byte. Half word means 2 bytes will be copied. Okay, 2 bytes means 16 bit. Half word in Cortex M3 is 16 bit. Then LDR means it will copy full word. Full word means 4 bytes. 4 memory locations will be copied from the memory location pointed by this sum of these two into RD. Okay, suppose you write LDRD, then 2 words will be copied, double word. For 2 words, you need 2 registers, because one register can hold only 1 word. 1 word means 32 bit. If there are 2 words, you need 2 registers. So you need to mention which are those 2 registers. Okay, so here this RD, RD1, RD2, they should be replaced with specific registers from R0 to R12. Okay, we have different general purpose registers from R0 to R12. You can use those registers, whichever you want. Similarly, Rn should be replaced with some other register apart from this, right? This is for load instruction. Similarly, store, the syntax is same, but here the destination will be the memory location, whereas the source will be RD. Okay, in store instructions, the contents from register RD will be stored in the memory location pointed by this particular address, Rn plus offset. This is for byte, this is for half word, and STR is for word, STRD is for double word. So I mean the sizes can be different, either 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, or 64-bit, right? Depending on what suffixes you use. If you do not use any suffix, by default, it will be word, 32-bit. If you use B, H, or D, it will be byte, half word, or double word respectively. Okay, so this is about the accessing memory through the instructions. Okay. Apart from these, simple load and store for single byte, they can also have multiple byte load and store operations. As we have seen in the list of instructions, we call them load multiple and store multiple. Load multiple stands for, LDM stands for load multiple, STM stands for store multiple. That means multiple bytes you are loading or storing. So there are different ways of performing these operations. You can either use increment after or decrement before, to go for the next load operation. That means for loading the next byte, we need to get the contents of the address, and that address, it can be the next address or it could be the lower address, right? So in 8086, if you remember, there is a direction flag which will determine whether you are going to increment or decrement. Here you are going to do that using the instruction itself, by using whether it is increment after or decrement before. Suppose you want to increment the address after each transfer, you need to use IA. Suppose you want to decrement the address before each transfer, you need to use DB. Okay. So if you use LDM IA RD with the exclamation mark, then the list of registers. So what this will do, it will read multiple words from the memory location specified by RD. Okay. The memory location specified by RD, address increment after IA, address increment after each transfer. The address will be incremented after, IA stands for address increment after each transfer. Okay, so this is a 16-bit instruction by default. If you do not write any suffix, it will be a 16-bit thumb instruction. Similarly, store multiple words to memory location pointed by RD. The address increment after each transfer. These are all 16-bit instructions. But if you want to have it as a 32-bit instruction, you need to specify .w. .w, as we have seen yesterday, it indicates wide, means it will be a 32-bit instruction. Okay, so there will be, you can have an exclamation mark or you cannot have an exclamation mark. So similarly, for STM also we can have .w for IA and DB. Okay, DB stands for decrement before each read, each transfer. The exclamation mark, it specifies whether the register RD should be updated after the instruction is completed. If you put that exclamation mark, then that register RD will be updated. If you do not put that exclamation mark, it will remain as it is. It will not be updated. Register will not be updated. Okay. For example, you will understand if you take the example and try to understand it. STMIA.W R8. Then you have the register list. Okay. R0 to R3. R0 to R3, if you write, it will take into consideration 4 registers: R0, R1, R2, R3. Right? It will take into consideration 4 registers: R0, R1, R2, R3, and each register is 32-bit wide. Each register is 32-bit wide. So there are 4 words, right? There are 4 words. Now, what this will be doing is the contents of R0 is copied into the memory location pointed by R8, right? Then contents of R1 is copied into memory location pointed by R8 plus 4. Contents of R2 is copied into memory location pointed by R8 plus 8. Contents of R3 is copied into memory location pointed by R8 plus how much? 12, right? 12 in the sense C, right? So it takes 4 words. So R0 into register pointed by into memory location pointed by R8, then R8 plus 4, R8 plus 8, R8 plus 12 in decimal 12, in hexadecimal it is C. But when as we have used this exclamation sign, after the transfer, the R8 will be updated with the since there are 4 words that are being copied, it will be updated with where will be the next transfer happening? So till C it has copied. After C, if you take 4 bytes, it will be 8010. Suppose R8 is initially 8000. If you add, 4 words to it, 4 words means it will take 4 into 4, that is 16 bytes. 16 bytes means 16 in hexadecimal will be 10, right? So it is 8010. It will be updated to 8010 because you have used this exclamation sign. R8 will be updated with 16. 16 in decimal, in hexadecimal it is 10. So it will be 8000 plus 10H. So 8010H. Whereas if you do not use that exclamation sign, it will only store the contents of registers into memory location without updating the register. The register R8 will remain unchanged. It will remain as it is, but only the contents of the registers will be stored into the memory location pointed by this register. Okay, I hope you are getting it. Exclamation sign means the register will be updated with the new address, okay, where the newer store instructions can store operations can store the data. Whereas if you do not use that exclamation sign, the register remains as it is. Only the contents of memory, contents of register will be copied into memory location pointed by this. Okay. So there are a few more instructions related to this. These things, we will see in the next class. I will stop the session here. What we have seen is the list of different instructions, and we have seen some of the data transfer instructions, transfer the contents of register to another register, and also load and store for data transfer between memory and registers. In load and store, it is from it can be single byte, word, double word, or half word. Similarly, for it can be for multiple bytes by using LDM and STM instructions. Okay, so some other things we will see in the next class.